We're the artists, the actresses, the filmmakers to meet in Venus. Yeah, we're coming through. Shine your light, let your voices be heard. We're spreading love with every single word, from the stage to the screen. We're making our mark. Me and Venus, together we embark.
Good afternoon. Today I'm very happy to welcome singer and actress and performer Mandi Macias. Good afternoon, Mandy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thanks for joining the live. How is everything?
Everything's great. It's really sunny over here in LA, so just
LA.
enjoying like as best as I can.
Good, good. Is it a good day to shoot a new music video?
Say that again? Oh yeah, a music video? I don't
Yes,
know.
it's a nice day.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. First, because I got the recent news, your recent press releases, been watching your website and your social media. I want, in your own words, to know about how did you start in the entertainment business and how did you like music, maybe when you are a child, as a teenager, and how did you make the passage from like a fan of music and performance to a professional artist?
Yeah, it's definitely been a long journey. I started playing keyboard, piano. This one's just my little MIDI keyboard, but I started playing piano at a very young age. I think I started probably around like 6 or 7.
Yes.
And I was just so drawn to like music and sound, and I just begged my parents to keep putting me in music lessons, and I have super supportive parents that always did. And it started with piano lessons, and it was singing lessons, and it was guitar lessons. And by the time I was out of middle school, I knew like music was what I wanted to do professionally, and like I wanted to do it full force, no stop. So in high school, I actually did an independent study program. So I did
Mhm.
not your usual high school. I was basically like homeschooled.
Yes.
And I really just got to put my feet in the water with the industry. We were like blessed with like connections. My mom, she works doing hair, and some of her clients, they recommended a certain singing coach or recommended a certain choreographer. And so I just really like used as many people connections as I could to learn as much as I could. And it was just a lot of hard work, and I had such a blast. I wouldn't trade it for anything, and it's made me who I am today. It made me
Mhm.
feel super confident in my sound, my artistry, because I feel I've been working on it since I was like 14, and now I'm 21. And just when you think about all that growth that's happened, and is that 7 years? I'm terrible at math because I'm homeschooled. Just kidding. um, but just the amount of growth that I've seen in myself, and I know that this is just the beginning. It just makes me super eager, and I'm very humbled by it all.
Great, great. So your mother used to work in Hair, the musical, if I understand well.
No, not in the music industry. She just does hair. She used to
Ah,
be
that's her. She's a hairdresser.
a
Yes,
hairstylist. Yes,
hairstylist.
she
Hmm.
used to work. I think it's super cool. I think my mom's like the coolest person ever. She used to work for Sebastian in like the 80s, and like
Yes.
those like really cool hair shows. And she always tells me the story about one time she was on stage and she had to cut this girl's hair, but she was like an aerial artist and she was hanging upside down, and my mom was cutting her hair while she was hanging upside down. I just think that's like the coolest thing ever. And I'm so blessed because my mom always keeps my hair looking good and healthy, and she always does my hair before shows.
Great. So tell me a little bit, how did you gather your collaborators from musician, maybe background dancers, vocalists, and lyricists during the last, let's say, 10 years?
Yeah, I really think that it's networking. I mean, I wasn't a person who had a lot of connections, but the
Hmm.
connections that I did have, I definitely leaned into them and made those more than just business connections. I definitely feel like everyone that I've worked with feels like family to me. I there's not one person that I worked with that I like don't feel connected to, because if I don't feel connected to you, how am I going to make art with you? And that's something I kind of stand
Yes.
on. If we don't vibe. I don't, it's not, it's like, honestly, I truly believe it's not a numbers game. It's about what you're creating and how impactful it is. And for me, it's like, when I do make a connection, it's someone that it's like a genuine emotional, I'm here for you, you're here for me, I got your back, you got mine. And what happens is, let's say like I have a show coming up and I don't have a guitarist, and
Yes.
I'll like be talking to my friend who's also my collaborator or XYZ, and I'll be like, oh, I'm so stressed out. I don't have a guitarist. He's like, wait, I've got a friend. You're gonna love this person. I meet that person. I love them. And actually, my band, my guitarist is her name's Bree. Bree
Yes.
Zavala. I love that girl with my whole heart. She's like my best friend. My whole band is. They're all so amazing. But even that happened with my last show at the Viper Room. My usual keyboardist, Eric De Guzman, musical genius. He was going to be out of town, and I was like stressing because I had to find, like, it was last minute too. So like on the fly, I had to find a keyboardist, and he was like, don't worry, I got a homie, you're going to love him. And his name was Ethan, and he was so great. And we had such a great show. So it's really just about like making genuine connections, people who want to see you succeed, because there is like an idea that if you network with the wrong people, it's like, these are my people, they're not yours. But
Hmm.
network with people who care about you, and you network with people who believe in you and you believe in them, like, it's such a beautiful family and a community that you build amongst yourself. And I feel like I've just been so blessed that everyone I work with feels like family. And yeah, it's just continually growing, and we're just a big community. It's a village. It takes a village to succeed.
Sure. Tell me how your mother reacted when you started to appear on stage and started to shoot your own music and music videos.
Yeah, I definitely think my mom is possibly my biggest fan. And, it's so encouraging, because I hear so many horror stories about artists whose parents are like, that's not a real job and you can't do that. And I feel like my mom is one of the most supportive people in my life. She's always encouraged me to she's instilled in me, no matter what you do, it's going to be hard. Life is going to be hard. It's never going to be perfect. Even if I was to become a doctor, you'll have a bunch of student debt, or just so many
Sure.
different things that
Hmm.
she's instilled in me. And she was like, any job you take is going to be hard. It's your work
Hmm.
ethic. And so she's definitely given me a work ethic that's like, if I'm going to pursue music, I better pursue it full force and as hard as I can. So I think that she's been my biggest supporter, but she's also the person who humbles me the most, because she'll be like, I don't like that. That song needs X, Y, and Z. Like, she's super honest with me, which is so important in this industry, because it's like, as the artist, you get in your feelings, and it's like, these songs become your babies and you don't want them to change, but sometimes it's not the right sound, or it's not the right look for that project. And my mom is always really honest with me, and I know that I could always get a solid opinion from someone who loves me and wants to see me succeed, but also someone who has my back and like wouldn't lie to me or try to hurt me. So I'm just so blessed. I mean, my dad's super supportive too, but he's just more the,
Yes.
cool, that's cool, yeah, cool. And my mom's more super detail oriented, knows everything that's going on, has been in every recording session with me, because it's I started really young, and she always really wanted to make sure I was always in safe environments. And like I said, I'm just so
Sure.
blessed to have such a supportive family. And yeah, I just love my mom. I don't know if you can tell, but I love her so much.
Can you see the comments here on the
Oh
screen?
yeah, hi Nene. That's
Hi,
cool.
Nadine. Thank you very much. We love Mandy too. Yes. But right now, I want to ask, according to you, because I've been seeing, first of all, your channel. You have if somebody would look for Mandy Macias, exactly as your name, your handle on YouTube. So, your YouTube channel, do you only present your music videos, or there are some other content as well?
Yeah, I do have some other forms of content as well on there. I had
Mm-hmm.
usually like behind the scenes stuff. I do have like
Yes.
BTS from shows. I actually just filmed a video and I'm in the middle of editing it because I just had, I think, where is it? I had it. Here it is. Let me grab it.
Yes.
We're in my
Yes.
message video.
Behind you.
I
Yes.
just had a show at the Viper Room. Oh, that's my friend Bree, the one I was telling you about. She's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
I just did a show at the Viper Room last weekend, not even like 3 to 4 days ago, and I filmed a whole
Yes.
BTS band and getting ready and just the whole shebang. So I am currently editing that. So I have BTS content. I also have, as you said, music videos, but then I also had like a day in the life because I just graduated at LA Film School. So I had a day in the life of like being a music student and what that looks like in college.
Yes.
And yeah, I want to do some more content as well. It's just like Q&As and fun stuff like that so that people get to know my personality as well as my music. But yeah, so it's still growing. It's a work in progress, but it's always fun stuff that you can keep up to date with on my YouTube.
Yes. Nadine is asking something. Can you see it? Her question?
A music video for your new song, and congratulations on graduating. Thank you. So music video for a new song. Yes, I do. I am. It's in the works. It's not a set date or anything, but I do really, really want to create a music video for FF 150 because it's just such a summer song. It's so empowering. It's so fun. So I have already some ideas that I want to do for the music video, but it's just a matter of getting it on its feet. And right now it's just like so hot. And so I'm going to wait probably till it cools down because it's going to be an outdoor shoot and I don't want to make a crew miserable, just like in degree weather filming all day. So when it cools down a little bit, I'll probably be filming. So it'll be in like 2 or 3 months that a music video might be reprising. But I'm working on a lyric video right now. So that would be the first thing that comes out. Fun lyric video.
Yes, I have a lot of comments from your friends, but I want to show it to you. But before, I want to ask you about your songs right now. I've seen that you have a song called "When You Were a Virgin" and "Ghost," correct?
Yeah.
Attention, Take You Home. I want to ask you about your because as you know, you start with the lyrics, and then you come with the music and then the composition, etc. How do you choose your lyrics, and which of your songs so far did have a very good impact on your audience? And maybe they like to hear it from you live and they want to hear it over again. Tell me about it a little bit, about you and your fan, and how is your interaction together?
Yeah, so interesting that you said lyrics come first because honestly, every song is so different. Sometimes melody comes first. Sometimes I'm just messing with chords and I don't really know what what the story is, what I'm gonna be like singing about. So sometimes it's not always lyrics, but one song that was lyrics first was "When You Were a Virgin." It's so funny that you mentioned that. I was sitting in the car with one of my really close guy friends, and I was going through a really bad breakup in like my high school breakup, right? And I was just roasting my ex, just roasting. Me and him were just like going back and forth because we were like super besties. He never really liked this guy. I knew he was like not the best dude for me. And so we were just going on a roll and roasting. And I was like, damn, he was so much nicer. Like I liked him way better when he was a virgin. And my guy friend looked at me, and he's also a rapper. So shout out to him, Johnny Zavala. So he looked at me and he was like, Mandy, like that would be a really great song. Like you should go inside right now and go write that. And I was like, are you sure? He was like, no, like you need to go inside and write "When You Were a Virgin," or like write. We originally called it "I Liked You Better When You Were a Virgin." Obviously, that's a really long title, so we condensed it. But I left that car, went inside, and wrote "When You Were a Virgin," and it was so funny because it was just about like enjoying someone's company before they like sexually corrupt you, essentially. Yeah, that was always fun. But I think a song that's had the most impact on my audience is a song that's actually not even released. I mean, FF 150 Actually, there's a few songs. There's Tell Me It's Okay, which is all about like it's almost like a mental health check where it's about understanding that like everyone struggles with, dark thoughts or, anxiety or depression sometimes. And it's like knowing, having that one person that can look through all of the craziness that's going on in your head and tell you that it's okay. And like understand that like we all go through, the dark valleys, we all go through the dips and the peaks. And so Tell Me It's Okay is always a really good song because it's about someone who's reassuring you and then you understanding that, you know what, it's okay, it's all right, I'm going to be fine. And it's like fun and empowering and someone loving you through it all. That's the first song. The second song is a song that's not released, but we're actually reworking on well, it was released, but then I took it down to a very old song and we totally revamped it and we're going to re-record it, but it's called Be Like That. And it's all about, understanding like why does like asking someone like why are you acting like that, why are you being like that, and it's like understanding that you have value in yourself and you don't have to limit yourself on how someone else is behaving because you know your worth. And so when I perform that live at shows, everyone goes crazy because it's like a little call and response. It's like, why you gotta be like that, and then everyone why you gotta be like that, and it's just super fun and people love it. It's empowering and it's all about being like a strong woman and just not letting people talk to you a certain way or treat you a certain way, and just knowing that it's kind of a joke when people do. It's like totally projecting. And then my last song is obviously FERF 150, which is all about like woman empowerment, taking the steering wheel in your own life and just, buckling in. So yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot of comments, by the way. For I will start and so in chronological.
Free.
Brian,
That's free. Like
hi Brianna, how is everything?
that's free. We love you, Bree. She said, "Who is
uh,
your favorite band member?" I can't say that.
yes,
You're gonna be in trouble, Bree.
everybody is a favorite. And we have Pamela with us, Pamela Mercado.
Hi, Pam. Aw, was this song about a truck or a guy? F your 150, it's both.
Yes,
Um, the person that I wrote this song about actually kept us hush hush because it was just a whole lot of tea, a whole lot of drama. And so we never really told anyone that we were kind of seeing each other, whatever you want to call it. And some of my band members and friends picked up that obviously I'm hanging out with this person because that was very obvious. And I was like, no, no. But my drummer in my band, who's also a really close friend of mine, made up a nickname because he knew we were hanging out. He was like, oh, Mr. F-150, because this guy loved his truck. So it was almost like a
yes,
code name
yes,
for the guy. We all just called him F-150, F-150. Like, oh, are you hanging out with F-150? And it was also the same friend who was like, sat me down because he's like, sees me as a little sister. Like I said, we're all
yes,
family here. And he was like, I just don't want you to get hurt. And I think that you should know that he might
yes,
be talking to other people. And then I was like, what? No. And then I kind of started to investigate FBI agent and found out he was talking to a lot of girls, acquaintances of mine, all in like somewhat a relative friend group.
yes,
And that's what made FF 150. It's like my tribute to F it, like F you, but it's like also F your truck because you think it's so cool and you're not that cool. So that's a fun little story about F your F 150.
yes. So we have Helen with us, Helen Macias. This is mom or sister?
No, it's a cousin of mine. Eileen.
Yes, yes. She's saying, can you read? What
What about
about any upcoming music that you're thinking about record? Yes,
I have a few songs. I don't really want to give anything away because I feel like there's something so beautiful about mystery. But there's a few songs that I do have I'm in the works, and I will say that I'm going to be releasing a few singles before I ever release another body of work, another EP or like an album, because I did just drop Teenage Eulogy EP last year, and then I'm dropping FRF 150. So I have a couple of singles I wanted to release before releasing another big body of work. And I'm in the works of like another fun alternative dark pop song. I have a really fun dance, almost like Afrobeat song. It's super like fun, gets you on moving your body. And yeah, and I also have just like fun pop songs that I'm working on, of course. I don't know if they're for me or if they're for other artists yet, but I'm currently sitting down in the studio with my pen, and yeah, I have a lot of songs coming up and I'm super excited to share.
Great, Mandy. I want to ask you finally about your acting career. What are your plans in the future beside music?
Yeah. So as you said, I am an actress. I do theatrical acting, so like dramatic and comedy. I just had a movie drop called Young G, where I starred as the main love interest. Her name was Danny, and she was just a firecracker, and I loved playing her. And it was my first time actually being on set and filming, and it definitely showed me how much I do love acting, because I feel like I've always took acting classes to help me get in touch with my music side, because I had a producer tell me that I was writing great songs, but he didn't believe me emotionally. And he was like, obviously, if you're writing these songs, you feel this way. And so he suggested I take acting classes so that I could better emote in my singing, which is a crazy concept to me. I was like, what? I don't want to be an actress. I was like way younger too. I was like 14. I was like, I'm not here to be an actress. Like, I know my passion is singing. I know my passion is music. So why do I have to do acting class? When? Just like complaining, right? And I go and I take an acting class. And within like the first acting class I ever take, this acting coach, Mikkel Shannon Jenkins, I love that guy. He's a really close family friend of mine as well now. But he really took me from 0 to 100 real quick. He had me crying on my first ever acting class, and he just got me so in touch with my emotions and like the emotional palette that I had within me. And I think I did acting classes with him for, I want to say like 4 years before I even looked for an acting agent or I'm the acting manager. And now I have both an acting agent and an acting manager. So hopefully a lot more projects are in store. Would love to book a lot more movies in the future, as well as TV shows. It's just something that it grew on me. It was an unexpected passion, and I absolutely love it now. It goes so hand in hand with music. I mean, you're acting in a music video, you're acting in when you're in the studio and you're like singing to that mic, like you're almost acting, because you have to put yourself in that situation so that people believe what you're saying. And yeah, I'm just really eager, because it's a new start for me. Acting is not, I don't have long roots like I do with music, but it's something I'm just equally as passionate about and super eager to continue.
Great, Mandy. I want to thank you very much for coming to the live. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
thank you
talking to
so much
you,
for
and thanks for everybody who tune in. You can see the reply also later on. And
having
I wish you all the best in your acting and your music career. I look forward for your upcoming music videos and songs and tour as well.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone who's watching. Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely evening. Thank you very much, Mandy. Take care. Bye bye.